You're once again welcome to this channel. Today, I want to be looking at the 5 critical components of a service level agreement. As an IT auditor, I audit service level agreements, and I see reasons to create this video to enlighten, especially IT management, on what we should have in a service level agreement when you are drawing contracts with a vendor. All right, very important. These 5 components are very important. Starting from right to audit clause. All right, so right to audit clause is a clause in the service level agreement or in the contract that allows you to audit the vendor. Okay, so if I'm giving you a job, I have a right to audit how you are doing my job. Okay, and that might be very difficult if you don't have it in black and white. So you need to be able to, for major contracts, have a clause that empowers you, that gives you the right to audit the process of the vendor. That is very key. Number two, all right, your service level agreement should have metrics, key performance indicators, which you can be able to use to determine the contributions, all right, the effectiveness and the efficiency of that vendor. Okay, it is very key. It is very important. All right, how do you know the vendor is doing, is doing well, is doing the right thing, all right? Apart from just maybe collecting the monthly or the quarterly or the annual fee, right? So we need to have benchmarks. We need to have clear metrics that we can use to determine the contributions of the vendor. Key performance indicator, uptimes, downtime, mean time to repair, and so on. Number of calls, answer per day, number of issues resolved, number of, so we need to have all those measurable metrics that we can use to determine the contributions of the vendor. Number three, of course, your service level agreement, right, should contain a clause of force majeure, right? So act of God. Okay, for example, the COVID-19 lockdown. Nobody else was expecting that in 2020, but we all went home. A lot of contracts will have been affected, right? We have a natural disaster, a tsunami, uh, typhoon, whatever that could have happened. So the contracts should address, right, such an act which could be beyond the control of both parties. Right, and I think this is number four is very important. Penalties for non-performance. A lot of contracts don't have these, right? A lot of service level agreement don't have these. And for me, that puts the client at the mercy of the vendor, which I don't think is right. Right. So if the vendor is not performing, there should be a charge which both parties will have agreed on. If the KPIs are not adding up, then there should be a charge, there should be a penalty, there should be a fine, all right, that will be drawn against the vendor. All right. And I think if this clause is there, actually, it will actually empowers clients, all right, to ensure they get base value from the vendor. Then the number fifth critical component is the reward for exceeding requirements. Right, this too is rarely added in contracts and service level agreement, but I think it's very important. Right, so if for example, the target for me is uptime of 90%, and I'm able to do 95. What is the need for me? All right. So you need to be able to encourage vendors to raise the bar. So I believe that if this reward for exceeding requirements clause is also added to the service level agreement or to the contract, it might actually motivate, right, the vendor to meeting the requirements, and not just meeting the requirements, but exceeding the requirements. So this is the end of this presentation. My name is Akinwale Akindia. I want you to subscribe to this channel so that you'll be able to have access to more educational videos. Thank you.